So it's the morning, everybody. I'm packing my ice chest. I'm starting to pack luggage. I'm starting to get things going. So you know what that means, everybody? That means I am taking you all on the journey for the next 10 days of what we are about to do. So if you thought I wasn't going to take you along, you are dead wrong. In this video, I cannot tell you what's going to happen because I'm still in my driveway on Thursday morning. But what I can tell you is whatever I experience, I'm going to pick up the camera and make sure you guys experience it too. Every key moment of everything is going to be vlogged and documented. And I hope it's some interesting content, so this might not be a video you want to get through fast. So, welcome to Bricks and Toys. Let's pack this car and let's get on the road. So welcome to Bricks and Toys. This is the vacation episode, and currently we are on the 95, somewhere between, I believe, Tonopah and Las Vegas, out in the middle of nowhere. As you can see, there ain't crap to be seen anywhere. That mountain formation over there does look pretty cool. Looks like some charcoal. But other than that, it's pretty much just two-lane blacktop. And to get anywhere fast, you got to pass slow cars like this truck in front of me. So, not a lot to start this video off with, but I did want to show you guys the desert. Next stop, probably I'll patch you guys back in when we get to Reno. That's where we're going to be staying for the night. If anything happens interesting before then, I'll patch you guys in then. But if not, I'll see you in Reno. Okay, everybody, we made it to Reno. It is really late in the day. Our next stop after Reno is going to be in Portland. I did kind of want to do a second homecoming tour of Reno and show you guys, as well as my oldest daughter, some of the places of where I grew up at. But unfortunately, we took a lot of time to get here. It was a long day. Everybody's a little wired. We're kind of ready for dinner at this point. And, you know, Reno's Reno at the end of the day. There's really nothing out here. It's more of a town to live in than to party in, unlike Vegas, where I come from. So we're going to go out to dinner and then just come in for the night and get ready to hit the road tomorrow morning and get to Portland. But I did want to turn you guys around and show you out this window. This window points towards Truckee, and it's just beautiful, guys. I know, me being in the desert, to see this is just remarkable, and it's only going to get better from here. Like, look at that, everybody. We do have the glare out on the hotel window, but it is just, this is where I grew up, everybody. From 97 to 2003. 6 to 12 years old. I kind of miss it, but Reno has its bad parts. So on that one, everybody, on to Portland. Well, first dinner, but you'll see me again in Portland. Or earlier if something cool happens. Okay, guys. I had to patch you in one more update. This is the last update of day 1 out of how many frickin' days this is going to be. Probably over 10 at this point. But I listened to my intuitions on gambling. I'm a very good gambler, which means I don't gamble at all. And when I do, I let my autism think for me. And I listen to voices that whisper to me. And let's just say, I'm going with some money, guys. 460, and I only played 70. So, guess what? That Blink-182 concert trip I'm talking about after this trip, we're halfway to what we need, everybody. So that's an excellent close on day one. So tomorrow, like I said before, on to Portland, everybody. Well, status update. We are currently in Mount Shasta, California. At the time of this update, we're at the Black Bear Diner gonna get some food because, well, I'm hungry as crap and it's past lunchtime. But we just took down one of the most beautiful drives so far, going from Reno to here. So far about 3 to 4 hours. And just a whole bunch of small 2-lane highways, lots of redwoods, really pretty stuff. Best of my knowledge, we're probably less than an hour to an hour away from the Oregon border. This will be my first time ever going to Oregon. Super stoked for that. I do plan on stopping in Grants Pass and checking out a Dutch Bros, because Dutch Bros comes from Grants Pass. I know that the original is not there anymore, but it would be cool to say I got a Dutch Bros in the home of Dutch Bros. And yes, when I get to Seattle, I'm doing the same thing with Starbucks if it's not too busy. Starbucks is a little less cool when it comes to the people, and they get a little bit too crowded. But I did want to show you guys around this mountain range and just give you this really quick status update, because it's been quite a drive, and Honda seats are terrible, and my tailbone sucks, and I got numbness in my left leg from these seats. But let's check out these mountains. They're so pretty. There's that mountain out there. I think that's Mount Shasta itself. Then we have another mountain towards Oregon over there that looks just amazing. And of course the diner. So guys, that's this update. We're just trucking along about another 5 hours, 350 miles till we get to Portland. That's where we're gonna stop for the night. That will be on the next status update, unless anything cool happens in between, which I highly doubt. So, see you guys in Portland. Well guys, made it to Portland, and I feel like crap, to be honest with you. But we're at the Holiday Inn Express, as you can see behind me. All I can say is hook it and book it. Stop every time you see a cop. Don't get caught going over the speed limit, and you can do anything. That's 550 miles down today. Now, I do believe we have a little under 200 more to go to Seattle, but this was a big stretch, and I'm super happy to have gotten it over with and done with. I do want to try to visit something Lego before I get on the cruise ship. I feel like I'm in the heart of like a lot of Lego stuff over here, because, you know, considering that Bricks and Minifigs did originate in southern Washington. I do know the store is no longer open, but it would be cool if it was, because I would definitely stop and visit. We did stop and visit the first Dutch Bros. Well, not the first Dutch Bros, but the city of Dutch Bros, Grants Pass. That was awesome. Honestly, rave music and that coffee I picked up got me through these last 250 miles, and thank God for coffee, right, everybody? So nothing's gonna happen for the rest of the evening. It's super late. I'm super exhausted. I want some food and I want some bed, and that's all I can say, guys. And by the way, if you own a Honda and you travel, RIP to your butt too, because my butt is sore from this car. But it's been a good car. I mean, car only has 60,000 on it, so it should do well, but I did lower it and do some modifications to make it good for this, and it has proved itself to be really good. Just the seat sucks. So guys, signing out of here, on to Seattle. Here is the last update of the trip before we get onto the boat. We made it to Seattle, Washington, and let me just say, this place is a nightmare. If you are downtown, you definitely want to be located in a place where everything is in walking distance, because if not, you will be in hell trying to get around this town. The traffic, the people, the tight streets, everything is just, it's way too much. I feel like there's buildings on top of buildings. There's just not enough room. It's like a really poor design Lego city out here. But with that being said, I did defeat the exhaustion. I've had really bad exhaustion from driving so much so fast. But I did push some of it back, defeat it a little bit, took some Tylenol, took a nap, and I was able to go to the mall up here. They have a really nice mall here in, I think it's called Bellevue. And I did go to the Lego store, and of course, the biggest part about going to the Lego store would be to be getting that promo. And I did get the new promo, but let me show you what I picked up before. So to get the promo, I did pick up the Raiders of the Lost Ark set, Temple of the Golden Idol. I finally got it, guys. That set has been hard to find at my local store. So, finally got that one. And The reason of finally getting that one, besides being here and being able to get it, is we got the little Pirate Sandbox promo, whatever the heck it's called, Pirate Ship Playground. This one's not going to be around for too long. Likely they'll bring it back, so if I missed it, I wasn't going to worry about it too much. But clearly, it just worked out. So that's all good. So I did visit a Lego store up here. I did want to visit the original Starbucks. But you know what, guys? That place is a nightmare. The street that it's on, it's like on a market, and there's just lines of people all over the street. The mile to get into the coffee shop is like a mile down the block. And honestly, guys, if you come to Vegas to go to the Pawn Stars building, it's the same way. And I can tell you right now, it's not worth seeing the Pawn Stars, just like it's probably not worth going to the original Starbucks. At the end of the day, they sell cups, they sell coffee and other bull crap, and it is what it is. So before I sign you guys out and call it a night, I want to try to angle my camera over here. Yeah, right there, guys, is the Seattle Space Needle. That's the view from my hotel room. So that's pretty cool, everybody. So now we're gonna go get some pizza. I got a nice bubble bath planned to relax, and then tomorrow we're on to the cruise ship tomorrow. So woo! So signing out. Travel days are done. Now it's relaxing days for the next 7 days. Let's go. Well, this is an update. We are on the boat currently waiting for rooms and just chilling out on the what's called the observation deck here. And so far, I have to say, buffet has been pretty good. It's the first place we went to after we got our feet on the boat and did the safety meeting. But so far, it's really chill. But I do want to send you guys over here to the window and let you guys see this view. And right now we're just in the port of Seattle, Washington, so we haven't even moved the boat yet. When we start moving the boat, it's probably going to be a whole nother world. So with that, let me show you guys over to the window. So as you can see, it's really kind of partly cloudy outside, overcast. Usually burns off about 1 o'clock here in Washington. But it's really nice out here. This is what I have to look forward to for the next few days. Should be great, guys. So I don't know when the next update's going to be, because from here on out, we're just taking it chill. Okay, everybody, the boat, or as they say here, the ship is moving. And man, it is amazing. Will you look at that behind me? As I'm talking to you, we have land moving in the background. It is a little cold out here. Would be nicer if I had a jacket, but I came out here by accident, and I really had to show you guys this. I mean, this is nuts. Just look at that. You get a sense of the water moving at the... Wow. Just flat out incredible. And look, there's a water slide up there. Woo! Okay, tuning out from this update. Good morning on day 2. It is an early morning, about 7 to 7:30. I just figured I'd get up early and get exploring. I've never been on the ocean before, and waking up to things creaking and the boat rocking is not something that we do every day where I'm from. But I figured I'd get up early and come out here to the pool deck and see how things are really moving. So far, no seasickness. I'm really happy about that. So what I want to do now is turn you guys around so you guys can see what it looks like on the pool deck of a cruise ship when it's like, you know, moving like a fish, I tell you. I can see how people can throw up, but I don't have a weak stomach, and at least I don't yet. So check this out. I'm going to show you what it looks like in the ocean. I'm going to show you what it looks like behind me. So this is what the water looks like right about now. If I had to guess, this is probably pretty normal chop or whatever they call it. Pretty cool. And this is what the pool deck looks like at about 7:30 in the morning. So yeah, this would be the normal gathering pool, and as you can see, water is moving. That is crazy. And to think this is normal. This is normal. Just nuts. So that's my early morning update. If anything happens fun, I'll patch you guys in again, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's just a day at sea, so this is gonna be a day of barbing around like this. So with that, I'm out on this segment. Well, good morning to you all on day 3. I'm back out here on the deck, and I can tell you, day 2 was pretty choppy at sea, but today we're pretty calm again in the water. Feels pretty stable, feels pretty good. I can tell you, by the end of the night, I was feeling like I was about to start ralphing up some food, but I can tell you that the weather is beautiful. It's misty. I've not felt misty rain like this in so long. In Las Vegas, it's pretty much monsoon, which is huge water droplets all at once. But the reason that the water is so calm is because we have land on this side and we have land on that side. So we have land on both sides of us, where yesterday we were just straight out in the ocean, and it was windy, and it was just like, it was like riding a bucking bronco. It's like you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. It was pretty intense. Today we will be hitting port in Juneau, Alaska. And with that being said, I will patch you guys in at that particular time. But so far, it's a really good morning. So right now we are on a trek in Juneau, Alaska at the Mendenhall Glacier. Check out this going on right behind me. It is crazy. Let's get you in for a better look on this video. Will you look at that phenomena? Not only is it beautiful, but the mountains is beautiful, the water's beautiful. There's all this nice ice. This is crazy. This is life being lived. It's crazy. We go from the garage making these videos to all the way here 2,000 miles north to this beautiful glacier called Mendenhall Glacier. Crazy, guys. Well, this is a Juneau update for now. If there's anything else, I'll patch you guys in. Okay, everybody, so today is day 4 on the cruise. It is later in the day. By this point, we have had a really nice upper class dinner here on the ship, and we also did an excursion today. So for the excursion, I do want to show you some good sled dog footage. So we're going to go back to previous me, because I'm filming this at the end of the day.
If you guys want to come on out and line these fences here, you'll be able to see him go around the track. He's going to stop out there for a second so you have time to reposition. But you can see how loud the dogs are before they go, all that anticipation. anticipation, all that excitement. They're not very patient, that's for sure. They just want to go. And then when they're running, they're usually nice and quiet. That's how we know they're stopped out there, is we hear them complaining. You may have also noticed that he did not use the word mush. That's only in the movies. We don't actually use it. If we want them to go, we're just gonna actually, mostly they seem to break, of course, because they're always trying to pull. But if we want to get their attention, I'm gonna actually spell the word out for you guys, because I don't want them to hear it and go with their already. But we say A-L-R-I-G-H-T. And they're off again. Sometimes around this corner here, you might get a little Fast and Furious style, Tokyo Drift. Come on, Fuse. Come on, Peyton. Good dog. Good boy. Yeah, everybody's talking. Come on. All right.
I'm a little tired, but I'm getting ready to film a special video for all of you guys for tomorrow, because so many of you suggested that I do a build video on the cruise. And so, before I end this day 4 just touch-up video, I'm just going to end it by showing you where we're at and what it looks like outside the window, like usual. So this is a TV screen that we have on the ship, on what's called the observation deck. We also get this in our stateroom. It tells us what's going on as we are on our about over 2,000 mile journey. As you can see, it says Skagway. That's where we were today, and it shows our thing as we're coming back down the port. We did port up here for the majority of the day, like 12 hours. Did a 5-hour excursion. That's where I'm going to show you the sled dogging video stuff. And now we have a report from the bridge. This is perfectly normal. This is how it goes. You can find yourself being addicted to looking at these numbers all the frickin' time. So I just show you that. And this is what the view has been looking like the last couple days. That is just amazing. To think people have the money to live like this all the time. On a ship, going in and out. That's the end of day 4. Like I said, I didn't film at the beginning of the day, I filmed at the end instead. Now, on to day 5, but first we're going to film that special video I told you all about. So, on the day 5. Well, good morning from day 5 here on the cruise. You guys may know the audio may be a little bit different, and the audio is different because I forgot my microphone up in the room, or should I say down in the room. I'm currently about 11 floors up from the room, having breakfast out on this nice, somewhat heated deck. Today is a day called Glacier Bay Day, and so with that, after this little introduction segment, I'm just going to say, expect some just silent musical footage of the glaciers going by. They have put park rangers on deck to explain what we are about to see, which is pretty cool. And so currently I'm just up super early, eating breakfast, enjoying my morning, and I figured, you know what, while I'm sitting here eating breakfast, I might as well turn around and show you guys what my view is like and what I'm currently eating for breakfast. And then we'll see if we'll get into that glacier footage. This is the part of the trip I'm so excited for. Like, it's crazy. Just ice and glaciers and all that good, like, Antarctic, Alaska type stuff. So, I'll show you what I'm eating and my view, and hopefully we'll get on to that glacier footage.
Try to figure out where to steal the chair from where it's not so obvious.
So we got this cool tomato thing. I never had tomatoes for breakfast, but it's pretty common here on the ship. That's pretty cool. Salsa on my eggs and my potatoes. There is some corned beef and hash that's kind of like handmade, not from the can. Thin cut bacon, sausage, and
Actually, I
these
say that,
beans.
but no one will probably.
These beans are a pretty common thing as well. So yeah, that's your breakfast. I normally get a cup of water with 2 slices of lemon, and I put it into my cup, and that's what I drink throughout the day. There's lots of water with lemon on the ship. So now my view
is, that's my view, guys, as we go into Glacier Bay.
Much better to everybody else in there.
Honestly, you get what you pay for, and it's not a bad life. Unfortunately, it's not really my life, because this was provided to me. So that wraps it up for this update for day 5. Like I said, I'm expecting some cool stuff like Glacier Bay, and hopefully that footage comes right now.
So once again, forgot my microphone, so we're just gonna wing the audio on this. Today is day 6, and we are in Ketchikan, Alaska on this update, and pretty much this is the meat and potatoes of the update. It's wet, it's cold, but it is beautiful here. So I'm gonna turn you guys around, and we're gonna walk around this pier that I'm on back towards where we catch a trolley bus back to our ship, so you guys can see all the mountains. Like, look how beautiful these houses are. Again, like I said before, people live like this. This is just a little taste of what is out there. As you can see, we're in some type of marina. That is a ship that we've been following around.
Looks like there's a ship setting sail right now over there. It's a very common tourist port like ourselves to come through. I just have to share how beautiful this all is. The rain has settled down quite a bit, but it was pretty bad when we came in. There is a lot more shopping to do here, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen for us. So I'm going to get you down to the end of the pier, and then we are out. There is a eagle in the sky. I don't know if you guys can see, actually a couple of them. Common bird here. You guys can just get a sense. Towns like this are severely affected when supplies run short, but they obviously make it work, and they are here to show their beauty. These people don't live with a Walmart around the corner like most of us do. Something for us to be appreciative of. Just beautiful. Look up that street. That's just amazing. So now I'm going to sign out. I'll catch you guys in if there's anything new. Well, good morning from day 7. This will be the last cruise vlog of the series. Next up is probably a couple vacation day vlogs, travel vlogs, like what we were doing before the cruise. Just after this, it's hustle, 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 get into the car and drive. I know from leaving the ship on ports that it is a nightmare. It is full of people. So I am not picking up a camera tomorrow morning and vlogging. I am going to take care of my children, take care of my wife, get our luggage where it's supposed to go. We got tags over here, right next to a little piece of paper right here that says you'll be leaving soon with all the instructions. Life on a cruise ship is very organized. They have a very organized system because, well, let's just be honest, people can not be organized. Lucky for my family and I'm a very organized person. So with my organization and the ship's organization, we work together. We should get off of here in one piece with all of our luggage. But it's kind of stressful to think that, 5 big suitcases, 3 backpacks, and whatever the hell else we brought on, all has to come off the ship. And unlike when you board, your luggage is not addressed to your room. It's addressed to where, they drop it off at. Then you got to go through and find it and all of that at the terminal of where you port. So enough mumbling around about getting ready for the disembarkation of the ship. And I figured today I would end off this video. We just had a room service sweep by and give you guys a tour of what it's like inside of a cruise ship, inside of your cabin. Mainly because we're probably not going to go out too much today. I'm a little sick. My kids are sick, and one of my people, which is my mom's friend, the one that I keep talking about, the one, our 20-year friend that's 60 or 76 years old, he's really sick. We went out on a port day in Juneau, and some asshole went sneeze in the back of the bus and coughed for the whole 10 or 15 minutes bus ride. I instantly had PTSD from about 12, 13 years ago when somebody did that on a Greyhound and I was on that bus, and let's say I got really freaking terribly sick. And sure as shit, people say sneeze matter can go up to 440 feet. It was a big argument during COVID. What's the point of doing the 5-foot rule if, you sneeze and it goes across the grocery store anyway? Disgusting. So because of that guy, my friend got sick. Well, my mom and I's friend, more her friend than my friend at this point. He got really sick. He's been locked down in his room for the last 2 days. Hasn't left the room or the ship at all in that amount of time. I'm okay. My throat hurts. Mornings are the worst. But, we get through. My other kid, she's almost as sick as the other guy. And my littlest kid, she's as sick as me. So, it could be worse. Just not really fun having a little bit of a head cold while the ship's going back and forth, because
That's what ships do when you're on the water. So let's just go ahead, let's give this tour now that the updates and the things are done. And this will be likely the last that I do, unless I do go out on port tonight, because we do have port tonight in Victoria, Canada. I really want to get off in Victoria, just to say I set foot in a third country. I'm born in America, I've been to Mexico twice, and now I would like to set feet in Canada. I think that would be cool. I've been in 6 states out of 50. Would be cool to be in 3 countries as well. But anyway, guys, let's just do this tour, and if there is anything I film in Canada, it'll be after this, but if not, then yeah, no. That means I was too ill to get off of the ship. So, life on a cruise ship, everybody, in your stateroom. So for starters, we have a key card around our neck. And the key card, depends on your lander, it does come off. Now we're in a handicapped room, so we have an automatic door that opens up with a button here on the wall. So that's pretty cool. You guys can get a sense of that handicapped door. This was a curse in the beginning, but starting to really like it. See? Ta-da! All automatic. Since it is handicapped, we do have 2 portholes, which is kind of odd. Now, you only get power to the room if you have a card in the socket. If you pull that card out, it'll shut off all the lights. We do have plenty of hooks on the wall, mainly because cruise cabins are metal. So you get these metal hooks from Amazon before you cruise, and you can hang light stuff like what we have all up and down the walls. Because these are just metal boxes. We got some storage. Now remember, this is a handicapped room, so it's a little bit bigger than normal cabins on a cruise ship. But bathroom, again, being handicapped, is pretty special. We have a full functioning shower, but because it's handicapped, the whole shower can basically, and bathroom can get wet. Pretty cool. Then we do have a nice little wraparound desk area. Pretty unique, simple. We do have a full king size bed. Fun fact, every time room service comes in, they do flock the pillows into a different position. Today they're just stacked, but sometimes they're laid across each other. It's pretty unique. Coming over here, you do have a full closet wardrobe, which is swaying from the water rocking. And up here we have a bunch of souvenir loot. You know, you gotta get your souvenirs on vacation. We do have about a 32-inch flat screen. Nice little place for all the kids' garbage. It does have this cool bunk bed for my oldest kid, and then the couch folds into a bed for my youngest kid. That's the view from outside the room. We're currently going south. We do have a mini fridge in here. And lots of storage with a safe in here. So yeah, we're all packed in here pretty tight. Luggage fits under the bed. We have Doritos down here. You gotta have your Doritos. Unfortunately, those don't come on the ship. We had to get those on port. But the coolest thing is about everything is when you go into your TV, these TVs have a special software system on them. And let's let it load. So you go into here, you click TV, and this is the coolest part right here. Once you click TV, you can get navigation, which is what I showed you on the other day's video. It tells you how fast we're going. You also get a bridge cam to where you can see out in front of you. Nothing but open water there. But then the really cool thing is you got some weird little information channels about your cruise and things you can do. Your news channels, some off-brand sports channels. But then you got like your action movie channel. Then you got like a drama movie channel. Then you got a comedy movie. Looks like they're watching maybe, I don't know what that movie is. Looks like Crazy Rich Asians, maybe. I could be wrong. Then they got like a family movie channel. So they do play some pretty good movies, but they do play the same movies over and over again. So yeah, this is what it looks like to have a handicapped stateroom on the fifth deck of the Norwegian Encore, which is where we're at. So guys, that wraps it up for the cruise portion of the vacation vlog, or whatever the hell this is. I've been recording footage now for 9 days for this vacation. I have about another 2 or 3 days left to go, and I don't even know what I've recorded at this point. There may be some footage of Victoria, and if there is, it'll be right after this. Now, this is the final cruise update video. I told y'all in the earlier segment that we may go and check out Victoria, Canada. It's a late port. It's one of those kind of ports to where you hop on and hop right back, or hop off and hop right back on. But behind me, you can see my ship all the way back there. Can't miss those bright ass colors. But I have my 2 feet on Canadian soil, and one of the things that always piqued my interest about Canada was, well, your water fountains. It seems like you guys always got some really cool water fountains in all of your towns. I don't know, us Americans, we're weird, we don't understand a lot. So I found this place right by the dock with a water fountain. It's filled with soil, not water. A little disappointing, but other than that, this town is beautiful. I just think, like, look at that architecture on that apartment building back there. Just really pretty. And not to mention, I get to see a Canadian flag somewhere. Yeah, right there. I get to see a Canadian flag in Canada for the first time ever. So now I've been to Canada, been obviously to America, and I've been to Mexico. What an experience. Pretty freaking cool. Get to see kilometer signs in person, the flag in person, a water fountain, not to mention all this nice brickwork you guys got going on over here. Really cool stuff you guys got going on here in Canada. My sister lives here, and if I could, I feel like I would move here. Because I don't know who's got it better, Canada or America. So this is my time in Victoria. In my pocket, we got some Canadian chocolate and ketchup Lay's potato chips. That's what you guys have that we don't have, that we could get from the little store that we can access while we're here. So that wraps it up here in Canada. Now back to my cruise ship over there and get a good night's rest, and hopefully I feel good because I got to drive 500 miles tomorrow once we're in port. So woohoo, the trip continues. So peace out. It was a good cruise, everybody. Now let's hit that road again, see what we find. Travel update, everybody. Last night I only slept about 4 hours on the cruise ship out of the 9 hours that I had planned. I just kept thinking about getting my family out on time, what's it going to be like to get luggage, all the logistics of it. And then I ended up waking up way earlier than I should have. And needless to say, I'm really tired. But there's always a new journey on the next leg of any journey if you choose to take that route. And what I'm talking about is we're going to go and see my brother that lives up in the Bay Area that I've talked about before on the channel. I don't know if I said that, if that was a plan in the beginning of all of this, but it's a plan now. Unfortunately, with all the sickness, one of our 6 people that we had with us had to take a flight home, and he's currently back home in Arizona. And so now it's just the main core family, and because of that, we might as well take some extra time and go see a family member that we have up here, which is my brother. So today we have driven from Seattle. So far we just left dinner in Mount Shasta, but we left Seattle about 11 hours ago. Been on the road for 530 miles, and
driving 530 miles on 4 hours of sleep. I'm beat. I'm exhausted. I got motion sickness from the ship. You know, you feel like everything's still moving after the fact. On top of driving, not the best. So today's update is pretty much, we're trying to get to a town called Willows. It's about 2 hours from where my brother lives, and we're going to stay the night in Willows and then pick up tomorrow in the morning and go and see my brother. So this is travel day 1, I guess, of the third part of this journey. First part was getting to Seattle, second part was the cruise, and now we're to see my brother. So we'll see where this journey takes us. So that's it for this part of the video. We're on our way to Willows. Got about 130 miles to get there, and it cannot come soon enough. And I'm hitting the bed, and hopefully tomorrow I'm in a lot better mood and better spirits, and I can come up with some pretty cool stuff because he lives in the Bay Area, and he loves cars just like me, except for he actually collects them and not in Lego, unlike me. So this could be cool, guys. So that's the update for today. Tired as crap, drove way too much, but you know, we were going through 2 1/4 states today. So on that one, peace out. I will see you all tomorrow on day 2 of the third leg of the journey. So currently patching you guys in at San Francisco on Pier 39 here. I did not do a patch in yesterday. Really was worn out from the road, and honestly being gone from home for almost 2 weeks now is getting a little long. But we're doing so much fun stuff that, you know what, you just keep going, keep going, keep going. We have about 8 hours drive from basically where my brother lives to get home, which will be something we do tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be back in Vegas, so that'll be pretty cool. But for now, we're on Pier 39, and right behind me is the infamous Alcatraz. I think I've talked about it before on the channel. I know I've built San Francisco Lego sets, and to show you a picture of when I was here when I was 12. Well, I'm a lot older now, and you can see that Alcatraz. So I want to show you around Pier 39. I'm up on the 2nd level right now. I'm filming this, and this will be the last update until I either film an update while I'm on the road, or I film an update from the studio, which will be the closing bit of this video. So let's show you around the pier. It's pretty cool here, and go from there. So for those who have never been to San Francisco, this is what it looks like on the infamous Pier 39. That out there is Alcatraz. It's one of my most favorite mystical places. One day I wish to have a tour out there. Then if you come over here, you get to where all the shops and businesses, gift shops, people, Ferris wheels. It's pretty crazy. Pretty nice. Then you can see how the big hills of San Francisco go on up. You can see famous buildings there as well. If I'm not mistaken, if I could tilt you guys out far enough this way, you might be able to see part of the Bay Bridge. So this is probably the last interesting part of this video. We'll either be on the road next for the update, or we'll be in the studio wrapping this video up. I did start editing the video for what I did on the cruise, and I do know we're about 52 minutes long, so I don't want to make it any longer than it has to be, because I don't really know how many people are going to watch up to this point of the video. So on that, guys, I'm signing out. I'm going to enjoy time with my brother and my girls and my mom and my wife, of course, and go and do some tourist shopping at these type of stores. You know how I feel about tourist shopping. You know, it is what it is. And yeah, and have a nice day. So on to the next part of the adventure, guys.
Okie dokie, everybody. This is the last on the road update that this video is going to have. After this, we're going to kind of have a meeting in the studio, talk about some things with the trip that I may have missed in the video, and give some overall opinions about everything. Because honestly, guys, I like to build and review Lego, and on this trip, we may have done one Lego set, but at the end of the day, I like to review stuff. So, I guess after we get to the studio and I pick up the camera, we're going to share some final thoughts about the trip, even though we're not doing a Lego set for those final thoughts. So that's kind of funny right there. So right now, basically where we're at is in Southern California. We're just outside of Bakersfield, so not full Southern, but we're on that, we're now going east from Bakersfield on our way to Barstow. So, nothing too exciting. It's just as I sit here in the car and we're driving, I'm just reflecting about the trip and thinking about all of you guys behind the camera and things that I want to make sure I say during this video. Like I said yesterday, this video is going to be about an hour long, and if you guys made it to this part, thank you for one. But we'll talk more about that at the end of the video when we're back into the studio. But, it's crazy. My daughter asked me at lunch just now, where we, had lunch in Bakersfield, at good old Taco Bell of all places. She said, have we spent 100 hours on the cruise? And I looked at her and I said, of course. But in total, we've been away from home for 360 hours, roughly. And we spent about 160 of those hours on the cruise. It's crazy that it doesn't seem like it's that much, but it actually is. So there's so much time to reflect and think about, as we're in these last 4 hours of driving to get back home, and, all that good stuff. So this is just a little on-the-road update, kind of where my brain's at and where we're at, and, what comes next. So what comes next is some road footage, small little clippets like what's throughout this whole video, and then we have, I guess, our final thoughts about everything in the studio. So I'll see you guys there. Ziggy, turn on studio. And just like that, guys, we are back at the Bricks and Toys HQ. It is beautiful to be back. And we have some goodies on this table that I want to talk about with you, as well as reflect and, well, give my final thoughts, like I said yesterday, on the trip. So, let's turn this camera around and let's talk. So, as you can see, guys, I am wearing my Seattle t-shirt today. All of my novelty t-shirts from Alaska are currently in the wash.
and as I wear them, I will point them out in the video. There is one that I am super excited to share with you guys. It is a salmon themed. If you've ever been to Alaska, you know how much their salmon means to them. And it's salmon themed mixed with Star Wars. It's hilarious. I'm not going to spoil it. When I wear it, I'll point it out to you guys. And on the theme of souvenirs and novelties, there is a couple things behind me I did want to point out that I picked up on the cruise. There is a lot more, but these are a few of the things that really stand out. You know, number one being, you know, I did get the Indiana Jones Temple of the Golden Idol. I pointed that out when I was in Seattle earlier in the video, as well as the pirate ship playground. I got that done. Over here, you can see the ATST Raider. That is tomorrow's build. It came back in one piece. If you want to see that build, that was the one that I did on the cruise. So that one is a little special, even though it's a really insignificant build. So if you want to know the thoughts and everything on that, watch tomorrow's video. And also, that video, like I said, was filmed on the cruise. So it might have some really cool, unique shots that you probably will not see in another Bricks and Toys video. You know, unless I go onto another cruise and I can get those beautiful shots behind me instead of this studio backdrop I normally use. One of the things I want to talk about is the ship. I will get to that in a second. Next up, for all my Star Wars fans, check out this cool Alaska flag sticker. I don't know if you guys can see it, if it's going to focus or not. I'll hold it for a second. But if it did focus, you will see that the Alaska flag is like the Little Dipper and the North Star, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. They explained it to me on one of the tours. It's one of the things that you have to talk about is the state flag. So the Little Dipper is made out of TIE fighters, and the North Star is the Death Star, and Alaska is written in the Star Wars logo. To me, that's badass. That's going on one of my drinking cups or something, or I may just keep it on the paper because I don't feel like I'll ever be able to find another one of these unless I go onto the internet. And what's the point of buying Alaska souvenirs on the internet? It's much cooler to know that you've gone, you know, 5,000 miles and back to get it. And I'll get to that 5,000 miles and back statement in a second. Next up is I got this really cool puzzle of Juneau, Alaska. There is 3 of these to represent the towns that you port in from the ship. There's Ketchikan, Juneau, and Skagway. Since we did a 6-hour tour in Skagway, or excursion, we really didn't hang around the town that much, so I didn't get Skagway. Ketchikan was kind of the same way. We were rained out on that day. We didn't really explore the town all that much because of weather, but Ketchikan is beautiful. And my mom already got me a dowdle puzzle from Ketchikan a few months back when she went on to her last Alaskan cruise in August. So I've already built it. So I got the 2 best already, but this one I picked up on my own, and the other one my mom picked up on her last cruise. The cool thing is, when she picked up that puzzle, that's about the time that I built it, and I told her, I said, I really want to go here, and that's when we decided to book this cruise and make it happen. And now the next one up is something that I'm really, really excited for, and this is a licensed replica model from Norwegian Cruise Lines of the ship that I was on. The ship I was on was called the Norwegian Encore, and it was an amazing ship. It was really nice. Now, let's get the reality stuff out of the way because I'm a realist. These cruises are designed around expensive jewelry and art and buying into all that stuff. And when you're on the ship, they really put that down your throat, and they also have so many areas around the dock or the decks that you can't get into unless you have paper. So a lot of this stuff on the ship was really exclusive, you know, and it's for the upper class that, you know, wants to be secluded. So I can't tell you what a lot of this stuff is on the ship, but what I can tell you is on the model, here is a laser tag course on the model. Now, due to inclement weather, that was closed the majority of our trip. I never got a chance to go up and play because when we had time, we either had the kids and no childcare, or I was just too damn tired. But I did get up there for some really cool shots. You've seen them earlier in the video while it was closed because of inclement weather. Next up, we do have a go-kart track. The go-kart track on the ship does hang off about 6 feet on either side. It is really cool. I went to make a reservation, but guess what? Too fat. I got to come back when I'm 260 and try again. Unfortunately, a 300-pound person is not good for the electric motors, which I already figured that out because I'm an electronics guy. I know. Next up, we have water slides on the ship. Now those, I said, hell no, I won't go. I didn't even want to touch on that. But then we have 2 pool decks, one for the kid, one for the adults. Again, inclement weather, cold as shit. I didn't even go out on the pool decks except to film and eat breakfast under the heater. No swimming at all, not even in the hot tubs. I was like, no way. Then all this other stuff, like I said, is for like the VIPs. Now, this is a helicopter pad on the front of the ship, but when we were in Glacier Bay, which is earlier in the video where the ship spun around and you guys could see the glacier come into focus, you could go up there and get that same shot. But what I did instead to get that shot was I was up here on the, what's called Deck 17 jogging track. So, really cool. So that's the model of the ship. I really wanted to share that with you guys. This means a lot. So, now that we got the souvenirs out of the way, I just want to talk about the trip. I mean, I don't want to talk too much. This video's already gone on for way too long, and I don't know how much you guys are even going to watch. It's like, literally, let me know in the comments below if you made it down to this part. Like, I'll be shocked. But anyway, it was about 2,600 miles of driving, actually 2,700 miles of driving, and converted into, from nautical to normal miles, almost 2,500 miles there and back. So we have over 5,000 there and back miles. That is the most I have ever done in my life. I don't think even if my trips combined in my life could even add up to that. They probably add up to just that. Most of the time I go 250 or 300 one way and then back. Actually, I could tell you 350 and back when I lived in Sacramento and would come down to Los Angeles. So this was a lot. I've had a lot of time to reflect and to think, and honestly, guys, one thing that really stuck out over those miles is how much I really missed connecting with you guys. Right now, the channel is about 238 subscribers, and I really missed, having, good, fluid content coming out for you guys. I missed your comments. I missed, interacting with you guys. That really, popped out. On a more personal level, I missed my cats. I have an emotional support cat, and the way that she's been acting since I've been back, I think I'm her emotional support animal. The only thing is, there's no paperwork for that. There's only paperwork for me to have her, and her, not me. So you really think about the things that you miss when you're on the cruise. But the thing is, though, one thing that really makes it okay to be that way is you are so sidetracked with all of the beauty. There is so much beauty in this world that a lot of people will never have the chance to actually experience. And I really realized that on the cruise. So part of the 5,500 mile reflection is just thinking back to, there was bays that we pulled the ship into, and in the bays, there's like houses and cabins off of a little remote road that face right into the bay. Those people, they don't have Walmarts and stores and things that they can easily go to in life, yet that's how they live. If they have a medical emergency, they're probably dead. But they choose to live that way. For dinner, they get a fishing pole, walk out their front door, maybe 100 feet, cast it into the river, catch a salmon. Yet we live in this land, whether it's, I don't know where everybody lives that's behind the camera, but I can tell you where I live. If I want salmon, which I can't eat because I'm allergic, I would just go right down to Walmart, get a frozen fillet. Or if I want to be more fancy, go down to Costco a little bit further and get a fresh, farm-raised salmon. It's just crazy how remote some parts of the world is and how beautiful those remote parts are. Seeing glaciers for the first time, everybody. I mean, you don't really know what a glacier is until you've seen a glacier. When you think of Glacier Bay, you probably think of the Home Depot brand of toilets, or you think of like ice. But you don't know. Like a glacier is like a thing that like water has frozen and accumulated over time, like stacking Lego bricks, until it's just this beautiful thing. And I think I even heard someone say at night they can glow. That is awesome. Again, you guys seen a few glaciers earlier in this video. And then, there's other parts of the trip that were pretty, generic. Like we took a little thing where we went and we saw the Iditarod dogs. But those Iditarod dogs are amazing. Those dogs go 1,000 miles in negative 40-degree weather with one guy keeping himself and them alive in a race. And all they get is like, I think a few $1,000s and a vehicle. I think the guy said that's done it 6 times. Crazy. And then also on that excursion day, they talked about the Alaskan Klondike Gold Rush and what people went through to get gold out of Alaska. And, I could talk for days about all the stuff that I experienced, but unfortunately, I don't know how many people are even going to make it to this part of the video to hear what I have to say. So overall, guys, the trip up there was crazy, hard. The way that my mom likes to drive, she has a much more comfortable vehicle than I. She can just get on the highway and go. Unfortunately, my car, not very comfortable. It's more of a local commuter car, not made for long trips, and trying to keep up with her on the way up there, I hurt my butt. Good news is, I won like $400 in Reno. That's awesome. That made my butt hurt less. But then to get from Reno to Tigard, which is outside of Portland, to stay the night, that was a really painful trip. You can see my exhaustion in the video. And then to get from there to Seattle, not so bad. But Seattle was a quite crazy city, but we were able to get the Indiana Jones and the playground set while we were there. The cruise, I could talk for days about all the beautiful things I've seen. I will say the cruise was overbooked. It was hard to get food because there are food packages, but below the food package is an all-inclusive free buffet. So if you get on a cruise ship, anybody can eat at the buffet. And then one step up from that, you can buy a food package, which is what we did, where you can eat at certain restaurants for, well, it's not free because you paid for it, but, it's kind of free since you prepaid. So we found ourselves eating at restaurants a lot more than having whatever we want at the buffet because it was just less crowded. We did get the all-inclusive drink package, which meant I drank about 2 to 3 Starbucks a day. I did drink a ton of water like you're supposed to, and I had about 3 to 4 cocktails a day. So drink package is awesome. Also part of the package, we also had Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi blocks anything to do with YouTube, Netflix, TikTok, anything that with a video, it blocks it. So the only thing you can do with the ship Wi-Fi is read Google News and get your email on whatever. So that's why I couldn't communicate with you guys on the ship's Wi-Fi. But in Alaska, it is America. My phone worked, and that's when I caught up with you all. Best I could. Alaska, LTE is all you get. You don't get 5G. Imagine that. And then the drive home, we stopped by my brother's house. We enjoyed a trip to Pier 39 in San Francisco. Ate at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. Again, I'm allergic to fish. I had a hamburger. But they had a gluten-free bun. It was delicious. So that was a really fun side excursion. We took an extra day just to go see him. I miss him so much. He bought a house about 3-4 years ago in the Bay Area, and I haven't been until just now. So it was nice to see where he has came in life with all of his hard independent work that he's done with his wife. So that was really nice to visit and catch up. But on the way to my brother's house as well as the way home, I did the scheduling to where I could stop every 2 hours. You know, every 2 hours breakfast, 2 hours break, walk around for 50 minutes, 2 hours lunch, 2 hours break, and then we got to our destination that way. And by doing that, I stayed well fed, so my anger stayed down because I get angry when I get hungry. I had a few meltdowns on the way up because I just wasn't eating. Not good. So then I was able to keep my my butt from getting sore. So that's good as well. So overall, I could just talk and talk and talk, but I got to wrap it up, guys. Honestly, got to wrap it up. So it was an amazing trip, and if any of you behind the camera are thinking about, you know, breaking into your savings and taking a little trip somewhere, do it within means, but treat yourself. I have been so focused in my family for the last 10 years that I have not even thought about ever treating myself to anything. And my mom, the one that does everything for the channel for the most part, she treated me and my family to this experience, and it was just, it's a refresher course to how important it is to take a little time. It's very important. I got to put the camera down. I filmed with a limit of 10 minutes per day. I didn't give myself any more than that. Unless I built the ATST Raider, that's the exception. But 10 minutes a day with the camera for you guys. The rest of that 23 hours and 50 minutes was just with my family. And it was just amazing, the things that we saw, we discovered. So if you guys are thinking about taking a trip, but you're not sure, treat yourself. Life is short, everybody. We can trick ourselves into thinking that what we're doing right now is fulfilling our life, but the truth is you don't know that until you have seen the stuff that I have seen in the last 5,500 miles of travel. Because that's what I thought. I thought being here with all this Lego and my family is healthy and they're seeing their doctors and they're eating right. I thought that's all that there was to life. You know, doing something that makes me happy, as well as making sure that me and my family are safe and healthy. I thought that's it. But I clearly was wrong. There's a whole world out there, everybody. At this point, I'm at a loss for words. If you guys made it this far, thank you for watching. Tomorrow is the ATST Raider, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't think I did that good on it. Lighting on a cruise ship sucks, but you guys will let me know. I enjoyed making the video for you guys either way. So thank you for watching. If you like videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for not abandoning the channel while these last 9 videos aired that were kind of like and after the ATST Raider, we're going to talk about all the new Lego stuff that came out while I was gone. I have a lot of excitement in what is out and what is coming out that I want to make a video just talking about it with you guys. And then we'll go from there. So on that one, you all have a good one.